tested it and caught it. It's not great under there. Does putting muck on clamps work? I need to do some welding as well. Good morning everyone. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the little bell. You get notifications of my videos every Tuesday, Friday, and sometimes we do a Sunday video. Even I forgot then. So today's video is something quite special. We are doing it. My dad's already started because apparently he's fed up with waiting. Hi. We're unraveling. She's got his lights on. Right in my future. Breezy, got your lights on. Take your sheet off. Yeah.
So let's have a great reveal.
Yeah, Dad would.
Everyone keeps giving us a hard time for putting a little bit of waste materials, mainly muck or box or whatever, over a sheet at the end and saying how bad it'll be and one thing or other. We've done nothing yet. We're just taking a few of the big tyres off.
Big tyres have we done? Where do we put them?
I'm putting them in the trailer for now because I don't know where to put them, and we can always take them to wherever they want to be. Alright, out of the way. They're in the trailer.
Just put them up there. But...
yeah, but the big ones, you don't. You can throw the other ones back, make a line, throw your things back, then we'll just move some gates. We'll scrape that off best I can. Yeah. Then we will unravel, and let's see what sort of state it's in.
Just prove people wrong, don't it?
I just want to be able to prove a point to say you use whatever you've got available at the time. Yeah. It's alright, all these keyboard warriors and happy farmers and armchair farmers.
Where everyone's perfect.
Of course, where everything's perfect, but a lot of them aren't in charge of the checkbook. And it's a simple reason. When you've got something that's cost you to move and you have to do something with it, it's for nothing, you use it.
I think that's a very good point, but I think from afar they'll go, well, you spend money on whatever, a tractor, a shed or whatever, or something. Oh, well, why can't you spend 500 quid on that? But it's like, where do you stop the extra 500 quid?
Yes.
You can spend 500 quid on a farm, but
yeah, and if it doesn't make any return, what's the point?
And their argument would be, it makes return because the stuff underneath it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but the point is there's other ways of doing the same job. Yeah. And what I have learned by reading through the comments, which I do an awful lot of, there's a good idea when you used to put a bit of muck or a layer or something, and just if you were leaving it for the winter, throw some basic cheap grass seeds on, and they will grow a crop of grass, hold the moisture. When you come to take it off, you bring the grass, the roots, the muck comes off all as one. You know,
cheap grasses.
Just chuck
if you had the black sheet again. I'm not doing it on the green sheet.
No. But on the black sheet, it'd be fine. And the whole idea of these sheets and more sheets and oxy barriers and everything, all you got to do is stop the air getting into the product.
That's all you got to do, innit?
And it doesn't matter what sheet it is. And I can't breathe through a black sheet. I don't need an oxy sheet as well.
They say like the black sheet is not as oxygen can get through, but if you put a black sheet on your face,
you'll see. But you've seen the clamp there and the other clamps we've got, and we like the one we opened up at my over at home farm a month or so ago. To the edge, there wasn't a shovel full of waste.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. I think we will have some waste there because
what I would like to do, we're having a bit of conversation here. When we opened that up a few years ago, and we had the cows get in, the sheep was down,
made a
lot of mess when the air got in it, time and time again. And it's a question of just keeping the air out of it for when you finish siloing. Now that should have pickled, that should have fermented, it's kept. It was very steep, so you couldn't just roll that edge. Remember, it was like a wall. There was a limit to how much you would want to put yourself under the tractor. Couldn't quite do it. So what we did, we put the sheet on, and I put that waste material on.
And I think me, Katie and Luke voted that Anna was meant to tidy this, but she's on holiday again.
Yeah.
So it looks like I'm doing it.
Anna?
Yeah. Again, she's French. Bonjour.
Where is she? Mademoiselle.
Where is she?
She's at Bordeaux. I passed Bordeaux on my way to France.
Yeah, you drove.
Yeah, just down and turn left. Yeah. Anyway,
right. Do you want to get big tyres on the end of the year?
I'll pick them. You tidy your line up, right? You line up, you tidy it up. I'll pick the big ones up. Then I'll move the gates, put the bucket on, drag the off. Okay.
What do you mean tidy the line up?
Where we're going up to? The little ones.
We're only going to do a bit, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, I've got Luke just grabbing some forks because we're going to have some tidying to do on.
Everything I wanted is in front of me. Stuck it up in the dark, sun is shining over me. I got a good thing coming.
It'd be funny if it makes more mess on the right hand side onto the bin than just on the left hand side where it's putting up. It stinks. So you can see we've... I'll wash my hands. I've just got my dad just to clean the front of this. So I haven't actually mentioned that this grass was the first cut grass. It was just an absolute diabolical life. But we tested it and caught it. It's not great up there. So we're gonna have to do a bit of jiggery pokery. Does putting muck on clamps work? We need to sort that out actually. Gone through, and like the acid and the silage is just eating the concrete, and it's got worse and worse and worse. It's a pain in the ass. Oh, look at the bump. So bad, but all that. So that goes down here, and then go down that slurry store, then it walks slurry store, the slurry channel, and then washes it out, keeps it nice and fresh. Someone's gonna have a go at the dad's working, and I'm not, because he does this every time. Don't give me 2 seconds to breathe. Time's money, innit, Dad?
Time's money.
Time's money. Knew it was coming.
Wasting time, you're wasting money.
Not bad. That worked quite well, really. There's the corner, which I'll show you in a minute. This is the silage we're feeding at the moment. Don't get distracted, Tom. So there's a corner that is a little bit poorer than the rest. And I was like, oh, Dad, I'll just go take it with this whilst they're just cleaning that bit up. You don't stand around doing nothing when Dad's about, but he just said you won't reach it because we'll take the corner into some ring feeders we've got out there. Instead of putting big bales in, just chuck this in some ring feeders. He was like, oh no, don't do that. Because you won't reach, so I'll get a full grab of stuff. Not be able to get it in the ring feeders because we do everything with the Daiichi. On the road, it's so much better, and it's just got a little bit extra length. Ladies, sorry. Super Serious Farmer. That is copying. Take that off and you can chuck it on. It's a POA, plant of ATAC. We did have it tested. Guess the percent of dry matter. I'll give you 2 seconds. Say that.
I'll say that. Right, let's look at it.
I'm just quietly impressed with that. I think people would have seen that as well. Bit of a mess down there, but you're always gonna get that.
Yeah, but actually, when I climbed up, there was no gravel bag or anything on this corner.
Oh.
It slipped off or whatever. The tyre might slip down. So there's going to be that little bit of a corner. But this is the worst corner we have on the farm for shooting.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that. And when you look at the top, what's wrong with that?
What? Well, what's wrong with? As in, I agree. There's no waste. That is a correct statement. That actually smells worse than the bit that Luke got out. Let's not go on that bit. I was just about to say. Go on.
This is. It's always bad at the front, very end. Yeah. This is a bit loose. Good dry cow and young stock stuff. This,
yes.
Yeah, ideal for dry cows, ideal for young stock because it'll help bind the stomachs together. It won't pass through them.
We're currently putting straw with our dry cows at the moment because the grass is so good.
Yes.
Out of our third cut, our first cut.
Well, it's got the straw with it. Yes. I mean, let's take it. Straw's going to be as much expensive as anything. You're paying £100 a tonne for straw when you've already got it there.
I tell you what,
there's always a solution to every problem.
There's always a positive.
But
so yeah, I think your muck, going to your muck on your salad clamp, how we started this video, the waste very minimal.
Yes,
I think it has done a good job. What have we learned?
Don't put it on the green sheet.
Yeah,
the green sheets are good. You may as well just have a plastic sheet and put the muck on. We will find out when we opened the other clamp how it's worked out on the other one.
Yeah.
Because you can scrape back. If you damage the sheet, it doesn't matter. The sheet's going into recycling, and you can get rid of that, and you can roll it back. But right to the edge, where we've been running past this all summer.
Yeah, I'll give you it.
To let it air in.
It's done a good job.
What we got a lot of is muck at times. Box muck, hard muck, solid muck, waste material. Making use of the resources you have on farm without spending extra money.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it still needs cleaning off.
Yeah.
No matter what you put on, whether it be tyres, gravel bags, they still need moving, and that then can be.
I will give it to it does work when you've got nothing else, but I'd rather obviously.
Yeah. I think this works better than tyres.
I think you're right.
When you're on a slope like this, because tyres always migrate down,
yeah.
They move. When you're on a slope like this, he's kept it all together all the time.
He's done a good job, pallets. But Luke did dig about here. Yeah. That didn't smell too great, but I think it's because the corner didn't get compacted, did it? No. Because you couldn't drive.
Well, that's all right.
I actually think that doesn't smell too bad.
The reason why
considering the silage and considering the analysis of it.
Yeah, but I think it'll be better than analysis. Yeah. And also, if you look at that corner where there's had all the thing, that is no better.
No.
Than that corner.
That's a bad corner. That.
It's no better.
No, it's always a bad corner. People say move the bin. We decided I'm not spending 3 grand on concrete just to move that bin.
And another thing is, you know, with the tyres not sloping down, with it being a permanent air out, that's it. And there, because you trapped so much air in to start with, because it was so steep, that it has cooked, but it's gone a bit caramelised. It's overheated, right? So that knocks its potential out.
I remember
that's why it's a bit there. A bit caramelised, but they'll love it because it is caramelised.
10 years ago, we made third cut grass, and it was all caramelised. Yeah. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but cows ate it.
Cows ate it.
But there's no energy in it. It's all burnt off.
That's the problem.
I mean, it's a good start. What do you think, Luke?
I think it looked better than
we thought.
What I thought.
Yeah, what we thought was going to come.
This is a big heap of good dry high digestible fibre, great for dry cows. It'll be good for young stock. It'll do a job.
That's what
we've got the stock to do.
It's better than what it could have been, but it's not what you want to make your first cut grass out of it. But we need to adapt with it. We're going to do little things and different things, but first we've got to get on, go to welding. We'll come back to it in a couple of days where we've got a nice thing.
We'll call it whole crop, not silage.
Yeah, whole crop is how dry it is.
It's sure as well.
So what Dad's going to do is chuck that into a ring feeder in a field, just to give a bit more messing, and I'm just going to start welding some gates, which you might have seen in a video already. Actually, he's going to grab that again, just so we've got a bit more space as well, turning around. So anyway, guys, we will catch you in a couple of days how we're getting on, but it is a bit of a surprise of how well it does. And you know, a lot of people give me jip for using X, Y, and Z, but it's worked. So I need doesn't smell as bad as it grades.
It ain't up completely. You could move on Thursday, but not let cows out again. Bring them pulling heads here, let cows move that big.
You can take that and let me get welding. Andrew Pemberton, the best at making the driest silage in the world.
Well, there's nothing wrong with a bit of dry silage.
There is. It makes, we're literally proof of the pudding. Yeah. This third cut grass that we're feeding right now is yield.
Yeah. Anyway, considering you'd have seen this.
Yeah, considering the 1st of June after it was in the clamp and what you expected it, and then about a month ago when Mark from Massey's caught it and what the analysis came back at.
Yeah, we'll do a face sample when we get it squared off.
At the end of this video, we'll put a sample and we'll talk about the what's in it, because I think we want to kind of know.
To be honest with you, it's not as bad as it could be. You know, considering being out for a week or more, been absolutely drowned, and we never tell you, we just rolled it up and chopped it. I know we made a bit of a mess in places, horrendous. This is a clamp of very edible silage. Not particularly good, but it's edible.
Which is kind of like a bonus. It's ridiculous, isn't it? First cut, you're like, oh, it's edible. I know.
It'll fulfil some needs on this farm. And this sheeting up job, it just proves the point. Yeah, we didn't get it right this time, but we can do. There's no waste there, my friend. You know, let's say there's no right to the edge.
Right. Yep.
Okay. So it just proves that as farmers, we go the extra mile to try and sort things out. As farmers, we have a problem or we have an issue, we try and sort it out.
I hate doing it. It looks horrendous, but we have learned something. It does work. don't put it on the green sheet, only put it on the black sheet, because we have put a couple of holes in that green sheet, so that's 500 quid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, we have learned something, but it does work. I know it looks gross, I know it looks things, but like, how much muck's in there then? A lot of comments were like, oh, there's so much muck going to go into the thing.
Muck can't get, muck can't get in unless you put a hole in the sheet. But you see, it is a perfect way of sheeting it up, really, covering it with something. Unless they've come out with something better, a layer of soil, a layer of this, that, you can blow anything on it. Green sheets, all they're doing is fetching a bit of weight. Tyres are good.
The green sheets are the best, I think.
Yeah, well, weight.
Yeah, weight.
You know, keep the air out from day one.
I did look at the Dairy Tech show, cling film. We've done cling film before, but it's 450 quid for the cling film, so you might as well get a green sheet we can use every year.
It's not needed. It's not needed. It's basically covering up other mistakes. Sheet it up properly with a one black sheet, and if you can cover everything with the black sheet, you don't even need the green sheet. You can walk on it better. It has its advantages, and it's reusable. The green sheets are good, but they're not the answer to the problem. All they're doing is offsetting the problems you have.
There we go.
We are good. We're good. It's what we have to be. We've got to be resilient, patient, innovative, and creative. And that's farming. And we can feed you.
There we go. Right, guys, we will see the analysis a little bit of a 2 minute after this, hopefully. You never know, we'll get chatting. We impressed-ish? Say impressed of a bad situation.
Yeah. Make the best of the worst situation.
Right, I'm gonna go, I need to go over road and go look at that Highland bull.
There's plenty of food.
And we are back. We're just going to wrap it up. Good silage, bad silage, and why do we care about silage so much? And did we prove everyone wrong? What do you think? I know I think. I've just had 2 chews there of silage. Very, very dry. I didn't actually tell you what the dry matter is. It is 44.6% dry matter. Too dry. They can't eat enough to generate enough. I think the protein in it is something like 10%. I think it's 10% or 10 whatever. The ME is something like 11. I think it's 9.9 for the protein, and I think it could be 10.2 or something. It's not good. It is not good silage, but it is edible. Dry cows, young stock, we're trying to get to feed it to, and that's what I'm gonna have to push it to. I've told my dad, do not feed this to milk cows. Do not feed to milk cows. First day I was away, he fed a grab to milk cows, and I said, no, what's the point? So the difference between this grass and the grass that we have there, which I'll show you in 2 minutes, is 8 litres when my feed rep puts it into the system, and the ration we're feeding, the cake we're feeding, 8 litres. If we fed this grass, that's the difference, and that's the importance, and that's why we care so much. If you make some good stuff, 8 litres from literally just when you're going to cut it, how quickly you get it into the clamp, and what you do. And I think a big thing with this is getting it into the clamp and not make it so dry. I think mow and chop the day after. I do think Farming Theory does have a point. I'm actually seeing him on Thursday night, so it'll be actually interesting. Just sat over the table, and Mark, my group chat that I talk about all the time, we're getting together with the EcoSeal team. And to be fair, you can't argue that the EcoSeal stuff hasn't worked, because I've not chewed that. Not warming up. Not warming up. You see that's a bit lighter there. Look at that. That's where it's not been compacted as well. Here, rock hard. Compactors work. A little bit at the top which I have to scrape off every time we use this Rhino now. Again, it's not mine. It is Rhino's, but I'm gonna have to look at a deal on it, I think. Hopefully, or what kind of money they want for it. It's a hell of a machine. So this silage is worth 8 litres. Kieran's tractor is parked here this weekend, so we couldn't, it doesn't look as tidy. Normally it looks perfect. This is good silage. Third cut. Cows doing 27 consistently, 27.4 this morning. They did get to 28.8, which is just, for my crossbred cows, is really, really good. Like, I'm well happy. 27 litres plus. I can't really complain with that. Our cows that we do have. Perfect on the top, a little bit of waste at the corners. We're just feeding it to young stock, so getting rid of that. The other thing as well, this is where the maize is going to go. So everyone's asking me, I keep talking about it. Ollie dropped some straw off to move it. Maize, I'm going to try and do a video ready for Sunday, or I might push it to Tuesday. It's going to go here. So we do have lots of space for the maize. I also have some concrete panels that we took out for there. We're going to put them down the side here, so hopefully the start of next week we're going to do it. Maize doesn't look ready yet. It's going to be to the point where some rain's going to come and I'm going to go, right, I'm going to have to take it off, I'm going to go. So yeah, that is good grass. This is big bad grass, and that's why it's really important for us, and that's why we do talk about it a lot in farming, and actually dairy farming. 8 litres from just getting grass from a different clamp. That's why it's important. You can't polish a turd. That's what I've got on my notes. You can't polish a turd, but you can work with it. You can mould it, and that's what we're going to try and do. Going to try and mould it, because it's not good. I'll have to analyse it. I always get this wrong. Analyse it all and compare all the grasses that we've done, just so you can see the difference. Prove people wrong. Did we prove people wrong with the muck? Yes, I think we did. Looks horrendous, but it does work. I do think green sheet is better. And last thing, the best thing to put onto top of silage is weight. I do think the oxygen barriers could work, but the best thing I think is what they do in America. Have you seen them all? Sidewalls. Sidewalls is what would help all these stuff. Anyway, I think that's going to be the last video on opening this stuff this year, because I'm bored of it. You guys are probably bored of it. The maze. And then I'm going to do a short on opening that up, I think, as well. Bring back the shorts. You'll see there's not a lot of cows in the shed. Why is that, Tom? Good question. Good question, human who's watched these videos. Someone, and that someone is me, might have not put the fence together very well. It's an electric fence, a bungee. I didn't put a unit on because Kieran borrowed one of our units. I see that passing the blame already. I've got 3 others, but no, that one. And they opened it up because I was doing something else this morning, and they went grazing. So we have about 20 cows in here, and then I'll show you. This is where the bungee is meant to be. About 150 cows, maybe 140, grazing. It's all got their heads down. It's grazing. When it starts raining, they'll come in. But hey ho, gotta love it. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are very, very up to date these days. Just sometimes don't feel like filming too much. Hugo's still here. This is where you'll find Anna hugging Hugo, living the best life. TP merch is going to be exciting this time, isn't it? Woohoo! Woohoo! We have myself, Katie, who's got really involved, really done a good job, Anna and Luke design TP merch. So it's coming very, very soon. Christmas jumpers are coming as well. Lots of stuff going out. Very, very cool. But you'll have to wait to see it. See you in a bit. Any comments? I'll have a read. Like I say, Dad loves it as well. See you in a bit. Love you all. Bye.